the Cowboys. But guys, I don't know if their dynasty can start because their offense hasn't been looking as great as it did in the beginning of the season. And my question to you guys is, are you worried about the Cowboys offense going into the playoffs? If you're a Cowboys fan, I should say
I'm
that because I know we
I as a
couldn't care
Cowboys
less about the
fan,
Cowboys, but
yes,
if we
of
were a
course.
Cowboys fan,
I as a Cowboys fan would always be worried about my offense because of how sporadic they are. You know, Dak seems to just like get in his own head or something, and he does really well. Even if it's not a whole game, he'll just have like a couple drives of who knows what's going on, and it screws the whole game up for him. And Zeke isn't what he used to be, even when he's on. So that's always a concern. But you do have Pollard to back up on, which is nice. And Dak has the ability. So I wouldn't be super worried because your offense has the ability. It's just, are they going to be there or not? And honestly, I don't even know if they know. Like, I'm not sure the offense can even decide that.
no.
Bottom line, the Cowboys suck, and they will always suck. And that's the bottom line.
That is the bottom line.
Dude, to me, like the some of the defenses they're gonna have to play in the playoffs, when you look, you got the Packers, the Rams, the Bucks, the 49ers. These are all like top 10 defenses. Okay. The Cowboys only look good against average defenses. I am super worried if I'm the Cowboys, okay? Against the Cardinals, okay, they had three touchdowns. Let's go through these three touchdowns. The first one, there was three defensive penalties and one called back.
For those listening,
interception.
Ryan just took a nunchuck out of his mouth, and that is why we stopped and started laughing.
I don't know anymore. He just
I agree, Dylan. Penalties are definitely a problem.
Yeah, I mean they are, and like I feel like it's the only way the Cowboys can score. Like their second touchdown, they started on the Arizona 31, and Dak fumbled during the possession. The next possession, Dak loses the fumble, and then the third touchdown was the only one they actually like drove 75 yards, and there wasn't really any major penalties. So, and the first touchdown, I think two of those defensive penalties were pass interference. So, they were significant penalties. They had 6 offensive penalties against the Cardinals. They only had 45 rushing yards. I mean, this offense is just they're doing less than taking what the defense is giving them. They're doing even less than that, which I didn't even know was possible. Zeke sucks. Michael Gallup just tore his ACL. Dalton Schultz, to me, is the only light in this offense right now. I can't believe I'm saying that, but
CeeDee
The Cowboys in general,
CeeDee Lamb has not been doing well. Honestly,
Lamb's fine.
the Cowboys in
he's
general, their only statement win this season was in like week 5 when they beat the Patriots, and they beat them in overtime. And it was when the Patriots sucked in the beginning of the season. We're 2-4, and their other statement win was against a horribly brutalized, COVID-ridden Washington football team. There is no way the Cowboys win any playoff games this year, next year, and the year after that. They play in the weakest division. None of their wins have been good.
That's true. They have yet to be the 10-win team.
Yeah, the only reason that they have wins this season is because they play in a weak division. That's it.
You know what I'm really excited for, though, is when they beat the Eagles this week.
No, the Eagles are going to crack them.
No.
I'm calling it now. The Eagles are cracking them.
Dude, I don't want that. I hate the Eagles.
Look, getting back to it, Dak has been terrible. He's only had one game in the past 5 where he's had over 250 passing yards. And he's not playing good secondaries. He played the football team twice, the Giants. I mean, he did play the Saints, who have a good secondary, and the Cardinals had like 3 corners out. So Dak just isn't looking good. Zeke isn't looking good. I think the play calling is terrible.
Yes.
This offense sucks. And for once in a lifetime, their defense is not going to be the thing holding them back because Michael Parsons has completely changed it. And they do have a playoff defense. I'll give them that. But
And they
yeah,
have the people for a playoff offense, but they
They
don't
do.
have a playoff offense.
they don't have a playoff offensive coordinator, head coach, or whoever's calling the plays back there. Is not the answer. Not the answer. So
They're coached
I'm a
by
Cow-
Mike McCarthy. If you're coached by Mike McCarthy, you're guaranteed -2 wins.
Yeah. So
But
if I'm a
still, like-
Cowboys fan, I am insanely worried going into the playoffs. I don't have any faith in this team whatsoever. I don't think they're going to do anything.